Silence was a rare thing in the Grand Council chamber of the Vraxian Empire. Usually, it thundered with politics, hissing translators, and metallic armor clanking against crystal floors. But today, everyone stopped talking, because a single human stood guard beside the alien queen. Nick Hayes, former Earth soldier, stood tall in his black armor, scarred, dented, and unmistakably human-made. His weapon wasn't the elegant plasma spear of royal protectors. It was an old ballistic rifle. Primitive, the aliens would sneer, yet none dared mock it today, and none dared approach Gloria Vrax. The Queen of Vraxians sat on her throne, glowing silver skin reflecting shards of colored light, eyes deep like starlit oceans. She looked calm, regal, but everyone in this chamber knew she was alive because Nick refused to let her die. Minutes ago, the council had declared her unfit, weak for aligning with humanity. They ordered her execution before the Empire could catch the disease of human independence. Nick answered by stepping between her and 10 armed guards, his voice steady. "You'll reach her over my dead body." Not one alien moved forward after that. Humans were strange, soft bodies, fragile bones, tiny lifespan, but they possessed a terrifying defiance, a willingness to break before bowing. Queen Gloria leaned closer, voice low so only he could hear. "You don't have to do this, Nick." "I do," he replied without looking back. "Someone has to remind them we don't abandon our friends." His hand tightened on the rifle. His heart hammered, but the fear sharpened him instead of stopping him. Across the chamber, counselors hissed in frustration. Their head, Counselor Vyrek, slammed his talons against the table. "A human dares defy Vraxian justice? You are a servant, nothing more." Nick grinned, eyes cold. "You misjudged the job description. It hadn't always been like this." Months earlier, Nick had been stationed as Earth's lone security representative in the Vraxian royal palace. Humans were still seen as a primitive newcomer species. But Queen Gloria had been the first to treat Earth with respect. She visited Earth herself, walked among humans without guards. She saw potential where others saw dust world savages. Nick remembered her speech. "Humans do not fear the impossible. That makes you more dangerous and more valuable than any weapon." Those words stuck with him. When the coup began, when Vraxian captains switched sides and council soldiers marched into the throne room. Nick already stood in front of her, no command. No hesitation. Only loyalty. Now, the council demanded surrender. "Human," Counselor Vyrek hissed, "lay down that relic and leave. You have no future here." "Funny," Nick said. "Neither do traitors." A laser bolt fired, bright and fast. Nick moved faster. He stepped directly into its path, his armor scorched, but he stayed upright. He raised his rifle and fired once, a deafening crack ripping across the hall. One traitor guard dropped, armor pierced clean through. The chamber froze that a primitive weapon had just defeated advanced Vraxian plating. Whispers filled the air. Humans can kill leaders. They don't fear pain. They fight even when hopeless. Nick's voice boomed. "One more step, and I make an example out of every coward in this room." Queen Gloria rose from her throne. Her presence alone silenced the council like a divine command. "You forget," she said, voice resonating with authority, "I am still your queen. And this human, this friend, has shown more honor than any of you today." The council expected her to tremble. Instead, she walked forward beside Nick, shoulders straight. "If you want my throne," she declared, "earn it in battle. But know that humanity stands with me." 100 helmets shifted nervously. Nick smirked. "She's the brave one between us." Gloria allowed herself a tiny smile. "I learned from a human." The standoff stretched. It was clear no one wanted to be the first to die at the hands of a terrifyingly stubborn human. Finally, Counselor Vyrek broke. "Stand down," he barked to the guards. "We cannot risk war with Earth, not while the Alliance watches." Nick's posture relaxed, a fraction, but he kept his rifle up. Gloria stepped forward, chin high. "The era of treating humans as inferiors ends now. They will be equals in this galaxy. Their protector," she gestured at Nick, "saved your queen when you chose betrayal." Slowly, unwillingly, every alien in the chamber knelt. Nick blinked. Did we just win?" "You did," Gloria whispered. Alone. After the meeting dissolved under heavy silence, Nick escorted her through the palace halls. Guards passed. None dared look him in the eye. Gloria finally stopped, turning toward him. You risked everything. What? He met her gaze without hesitation. Because you saw humanity as more than a weapon. I couldn't let them take that away. A soft warmth reached her expression, rare for a Vraxian monarch. You are no guard anymore, she said. You are the first knight of the Vraxian throne. Nick raised a brow. A knight? Sounds fancy. She laughed, a sound that echoed like chimes. It is more than fancy. It means when I rise, humanity rises with me. Nick stood at her side, rifle resting across his shoulder. He'd come from a small blue world no one cared about. Now, entire empires hesitated to breathe wrong around him, because one human, against all odds, decided friends don't get abandoned. And in the quiet that followed the storm, as the future of two species intertwined, the galaxy would never forget the day. Everyone stopped talking, because a lone human guarded the alien queen.